The countdown for Wuthering Waves' official release has started and we are nearing 50 days until its release. So because you, me and millions of others are super excited, what better way to prepare than with a complete guide on how to build characters so that you are all set for day one. And yes, I was part of the closed beta test too, and I am working my way so that Kira will notice me. Right, so let's get started. First up, characters in this game are called resonators, and they have 4-star and 5-star rarities. I'm sure most of you knew this. And you probably also know that you use XP items called resonance potions to level your characters, and they are obtainable through chests, completing quests, event rewards, and using waveplate, which is your resin in Genshin terms. You also need waveplate to collect the world boss drops that ascend your characters to increase their maximum level cap all the way up to 90. Right, now that the basics are out of the way, your character will need a weapon. Each character will use one of 5 different weapon types: broadblade, gauntlets, rectifier, swords, and pistols. Now onto the most important parts, Forte, which is your skill tree, and Echoes, which will be the equipment that you can add to improve your stats. Let's start with the Forte page. Every resonator has 7 abilities. One of these abilities are not on the skill tree page, which I will get to later. One of these skills can be upgraded, which is your outro skill, and the other 5 can be leveled up, that being your basic attack, resonance skill, Forte circuit, resonant, liberation or your ultimate, and your intro skill. Above each talent that can be leveled are unlockable nodes that provide stat increases, but the most significant ones that you want to unlock will be the ones above your Forte circuit in the middle. These are not just stat upgrades, these provide passive talents that will improve your character's kit. They do cost weekly boss materials to unlock, so make sure you don't miss out on your weekly bosses, especially since the game will be releasing midweek and not on a Monday, so you will have less time in the first week. The talents that can be leveled are going to be a big investment with your in-game resources, but they do improve your output immensely. And now onto the echoes. The main way to obtain echoes is in the open world. You will have the chance to absorb the tacit discord after defeating enemies. CBT2 had a 20% drop chance, but this may be different on a global release. Depending on your union level and your databank level, there is a minimum and maximum rarity that the echoes will be once you absorb them. To build a character, you have 5 echo slots available and a maximum capacity of 14 cost or 14 points. Every echo has a specific cost depending on their grade. World bosses will cost 4 points, elite enemies will cost 3 points, and common enemies will cost 1 point. The best combination will be 1 echo that costs 4 points, 2 echoes that cost 3 points, and 2 that cost 1 point. The total added up to 14 points. The more an echo costs, the higher the base stats of that echo will be. For example, the crit rate boost on an echo that costs 4 points will be a lot higher than the crit rate boost on an echo that costs 1 point. If you remember earlier, I said there are 7 abilities and one of them is not on the skill tree page. That's because that skill is dependent on the echo you have equipped in the first main slot on your character. Each echo has a skill that allows you to transform into the enemy. Each enemy will have its own very unique skill. The multipliers on this skill cannot be leveled, but the echo itself can be leveled to upgrade the stats that boost your character. Watch this video if you want to see every echo ability that was available in CBD2, because there are plenty. But this is not where echoes end. Echoes will also have a specific set that they belong to, called Sonata Effects. These Sonata Effects will provide different boosts to your characters when they have 2 and 5 echoes of that set equipped. This is another reason why you want to go with that specific combo for echoes to reach the 5 set bonus. On screen now you can see every Sonata Effect available and what they provide, and once again in this video you will see each possible Sonata Effect an echo can have. For the most part, DPS characters will use the echo set that buffs their attributes. Support and sub DPS characters will use the Moonlit Cloud set to provide a boost to your main DPS while having constant liberation uptime, and healers will use the Rejuvenating Glow to provide healing and a party-wide attack boost. That is all the basics you need to know on character building in Wuthering Waves, so you know what to do when the game releases. I will be posting a guide for each character before release and updating the guide after release, so subscribe if you want to know how best to prepare and build your favorite character on day 1. I'll see you in the next video.